I have this vine that's taking over my garden, and it's strangling everything. It's driving me crazy. And evidently it roots with the rhizome, so even if you pull out the root, it'll come back. And the only way I found to deal with it in dry seasons when there's no rain. I don't water my garden. It's an apothecary garden, so it's survival of the fittest, makes strong medicine. Anyway, snip it off at ground level and just let everything die so it stops strangling my plants. Anyway, so that's what I was thinking about this morning. On the flip side, so we're in Psalm 68, and good morning. This is Aunt Beth. Welcome to my lamppost. The verse that caught me especially is 5 and 6. A father of the fatherless, a defender of widows, is God in his holy habitation. God sets the solitary in families. He brings out those who are bound into prosperity, but the rebellious dwell in a dry land. And I was thinking about, a couple things trying to get out of my mouth at the same time, but mostly a connected life. I want to cut that vine off before I deal with the root. It stops impacting the plants in my garden. It withers, it dies, it's no longer connected. And I was thinking of that when it says God sets the solitary in families. And in the importance of staying connected to the Lord, but to each other as well. I mean, I realize some people don't have very happy blood families. And sometimes you got to build your own family. But God sets the solitary, and that sets is essentially to sit down and settle and inhabit. And solitary meaning soul beloved, your very self. But the family isn't necessarily people. It is, but it isn't. It's the concept of a household, a place where you belong. Some time ago, I was reading this theory called the third place. That it's important for people to have it. Not, a house where you go and sleep and eat, work, or with the activities of life. But the third place is the place where you connect. That's the where you come alive, and I think even the language is interesting. God wants us to be connected, not only to Him, but to one another. And if you don't have a place where you belong, ask. It's not very easy being solitary, single. I know, spent 70 years doing that. My life didn't exactly look like everybody else's idea of what my life should look like. Sometimes not even my own. But God has connected me up with some fabulous people that have just been a true family to me. And it will be so for you too. When you come down to it, God's a family man, And the idea of family, in a sense, is not to restrict you, but to nourish and encourage and support you as you go out and launch into life and have a place to come back and lick your wounds and, you know, have a good cry sometimes, or come back and celebrate and then launch forth again. You know, it says later on, I think it is in verse 9, the last part of it, you confirmed your inheritance when it was weary. So if you're weary, you need a third place. You need a place to belong. God's got you. It's going to be okay. Just ask. Anywho, as always, I'll try and put the words to the psalm in text where you click on the word more. And if you want to subscribe, that'd be great. Otherwise, I will see you next Sunday with our next psalm.